Okay, so this is a continuation of the new game. Since I already have a lot of ideas, this game is gonna be working as soon as the testers come in. Um, First, the barrages and the attacks. Each attack can be canceled out by the same attack or by a faster attack. Let's say like someone barrages at you. You can cancel out their barrage by barraging back at them. Now, see, a lot of barrages in the game is just like, hey, you're taking damage, and also he's taking damage too. In this game, the only thing that's going to be taking damage is your hands. And you don't really need your hands if you have a humanoid stand. If you have a stand that's a weapon, like you need a weapon to use it, then you're gonna be bad news bears if you get your hands broken. And plus, you can when you're in barrage mode, your fists are, how do I say this? If you go into barrage mode and someone else does too, you will basically be blocking. Your stand will basically be blocking. And once they do block each other, they'll go for a different area to hit. Like in most games, this is what you see when you barrage. Now see, if you go close enough, you can see, if you go close enough and go to the side, that the hands are hitting each other. And they are choosing different areas to hit every time the hands hit each other. That means you might get hit in your head. The stand will go for that area again, but your stand will most likely block it. Then, the other guy's stand will go for a different area to hit. And it'll be all in this split second. What stand is that? Weather report? Did they add weather report? I can't pause because then it's gonna shut off the video. Because it does that for whatever reason. Okay. But that's something cool. That happens for every attack with humanoids. And other stands too. Like Emperor. If you can accidentally shoot someone else's bullet with Emperor. And heavy attacks, that's the best thing ever. If you go for a heavy attack and they do too, you'll go into a clash mode. Where you have to spam a button or choose a different area to hit and hope that they don't go for that area too. And that's the best part about this game. You might be saying, well, maybe if I can't get a lucky shot off on their heart and kill them instantly, I might die for it. Like, how do I win a battle fast and swiftly? You can select what limbs you want to hit in every attack. That means you can have it at random, which is selecting all the limbs, or you can take out some limbs and then your stand will go for the areas that are chosen. Like, let's say you want to hit someone only in the arms and legs to break them. You will see your stand slightly moving to those areas every time it attacks. Which I think is cool. Because that means, why did every time I make this video, someone's either spamming or the video just shuts off? Come on. Stop. Godly. Anyway, that's just how it will work in most battles. That won't work for... Oh, crap, I was covering it up, sorry. That won't work for non-stand users. Non-stand users, their attacks hit anywhere that their hand goes. They can't really select anything. But if you do have a stand or a stand-based weapon, or like vampirism, you can choose what area that you want to hit. But 4 battles too. So you don't need to be in mid-battle just like, hey yo, never mind, I want to switch and hit him to the head. Hit him in the head. No, you can all do that before you get in fights. Make sure you win the fight easily and fast. And everything. The one thing that you don't want to do is have only one area selected. Unless you're going for areas that have a lot of, like, vital areas, like the head. But when you go into this mode, once you barrage, your stand can miss some of its hits. There's a lot in this game that revolves you need to hit your spot or else the whole fight can change. Now, the best thing to do while you're not fighting is have your stand is in defense mode 24/7. Because that means if someone shoots a bullet at you, your stand can just turn around and start barraging or getting ready to hit the bullet with a heavy attack. If someone sneaks behind you and goes to hit you in the back, your stand will in return cancel out their attack. What is that and why does it look weird? Is that a normal Rokria? It's a rotten Rokria. Oh, okay. Okay, so yeah, defense mode. More on that. In time stop, you can learn the ways of time stop. Every stand can learn the ways of time stop, but you can defend your stuff in time stop, but only stands that. Okay, let me get this straight. Stands that weren't supposed to know the way of time stop can only move in time stop for 2 seconds. That means you can preserve your time of moving by not moving, of course. So that means maybe you can only do this and then slightly turn around before you can't move anymore. But every stand except for like Star Platinum in the world, you do need to level up Star Platinum to get time stop. Those are the ones that automatically know the ways of time stop and can move everything. But if you're not human, like let's say you're a vampire or a pillarman with a stand, you can move for slightly longer, but only for 4 seconds. You'll be able to do this a slight barrage before you stop moving. I'm planning to make it for if you time stop, you won't automatically lose. I mean, if someone else's time stop, you won't automatically lose the fight. Like, you remember the iconic scene where Jotaro fighted Dio and he did Rolla Rolla? You saw how Jotaro fighted back by hitting the roller. That basically the same thing will happen. So you'll need a lot of strength to fight back against the roller and not get crushed, because that's something that's really, really, really important. You can get crushed by roller. Rhoda. Okay. And in that case, you can't fight back. You can't do anything to stop yourself from getting killed. You just have to hope that you have tough enough skin to survive the attack. So, So you'll be able to barrage infinitely. The only thing that's counting your survival is strength. gotta hope that the guy that's rolling you has lower strength and that you have good enough strength to actually break or push back the roller. In that case, if you do, you'll survive. And plus, you don't need to do this on yourself. No, you don't. Defense mode. Like I said before. Defense mode will help a lot. Since there's going to be crime, evil stand users, good stand users, cops, and all that. Because cops will automatically know if you're a criminal or not. It just depends if they want to act out on their actions or not. So that means you might be secretly arrested or secretly shot without you knowing what's happening. And that's why you would need defense mode. Because you can't be having, oh yeah, I thought of this like when I was sleeping. Civilians will snitch on you if you are a criminal. That's how cops will know if you're a criminal or not, because civilians nearby will tell the cops that you're a criminal and you'll most likely be arrested or killed. That's where defense mode comes in. The cop will be automatically hit, or the cop will be automatically killed. Surprise attacks can instantly kill people. You can be knocked out, you can be wounded. That means you'll just lay on the floor, hope that you can recover and get back into whatever you were doing. Unconscious mode, there's something in the health department that I was supposed to tell you in the beginning of the video. If anything vital gets hit, there'll be a little sign in the top of your screen. Not directly on top of your screen, but you know what I'm saying. That'll tell you if you will fall unconscious in that amount of time, if you will become wounded in that amount of time, or if you will die in that amount of time. Getting stabbed in the heart or getting damaged in the heart, you'll only have 2 minutes left, because you can't survive that long without having a functioning heart. But, that's a lot of the video. The last thing that's really cool is I can't pause, because if I pause, the video's gonna shut off. I'm finna find that guy and hurt him. Watch. I'm finna find him after this video. The last cool thing that's gonna be added the last thing that's gonna be added into my cool thing for this video. Why every time yo, chill out with the lagging. So the last thing that's gonna be cool about this video is let me pick that baby up. Is what was it? Oh yeah, this is what I didn't get to finish last video. Vampires, families. Families, blah blah blah. Certain families give you certain buffs. The starter of the family can choose 2 buffs that they want for their entire family. There. Vampires can survive without their bodies. So let's say your father gets kills a quote unquote kills a vampire. He didn't destroy their head. Then the vampire can take over your father's body and become a weak vampire stand user. And then let's say he comes to you and then he drinks your blood. He'll become a ultimate vampire. He'll be able to do everything longer. That means if he has like King Crimson, he can erase time for way longer. He can attack people in erase time. And all of that. He gets boosts that were never seen before. Good thing I wasn't in there. And another thing, buildings are destructible. You can go inside them. I said this before. There's another thing why that's so important. Only certain stands can pick up the entire building, Chief. You can pick up civilians. You can pick up cars. You can uproot trees and then throw them at people. This will be the best area in like urban cities because like this, you'll come across buildings on every block. There's certain like areas, there's certain farms where you won't be able to find buildings to go in to find good loot. I'm not talking about swords and all that. I mean, if you go into certain shops, you can steal from them. If you go into certain shops, you can steal from them. You can go inside of every building too. Said that before. The best thing is combat precision. I said this before. You can come from any direction that you want. Let's say you can take planes, rob them, get inside of them. Then you can drop from the airplane. Do precision heavy attack, right? And then bust through the roof of this building. And then use barrage to break through the floor again and then get to whoever you're looking for. These battles can happen in epic ways. Somebody can bust through the wall like the Kool-Aid Man. Every house has a toilet, so people can come from the sewers, which means they can just break through the floor that you're under, that you're above, sorry, and then take you down to the sewers to kill you. Secret attacks, on the other hand, basically, if you're not looking at somebody, or if your camera doesn't see somebody, they can secret attack you and then damage a random vital organ. That means you might get literally stabbed in the chest without your knowledge. And then you just see in your view